Hey friends, happy Sunday. I wanted to reach out and give you a heads up of what's coming this week, week 4 in English 3 with Miss Kirk. When we look on the left-hand side, you'll see our heads up dates that you need to be aware of. And then down beneath that, last week, what we did. So your student shield should be turned in. The banner is hanging in the classroom, but it's missing a few of you guys. So please make sure you get that submitted this week as soon as possible. Next, you did your no writing diagnostic and Stephen Prothero. We looked at very specific notice and note annotations, and then we transitioned into how to build text evidence when you are answering those questions. That information was setting you up for today, so hopefully you'll have that as you come back to class on Monday. Next, we submitted the text for the independent reading for quarter 1. Now, students did get to choose their book. The only stipulation is that the book must be within their reading level. Please discuss that with your child so that you can see your child's progress as we go throughout this year. Next, looking toward to this week, we're going to do our week 3 vocabulary assessment. We do this every Monday. So the student does need to know the vocabulary, what that word means, the etymological part of the word, and what that word part means. And then, of course, the ACT, grammar, usage, and mechanics skills that we've reviewed in the previous week. Aside from that, we're going to move over into that rhetorical précis Prothero paragraph. So on Friday, you should remember you received the handout that had the boxes to help you plan your rhetorical précis. For those of you who wanted to work ahead, you flipped that on over, and on the back, you had an outline of what we expect to be in this writing. So on Monday, we're going to work during class on finalizing that, and it'll be due on Monday night. On Tuesday, we're going to do the Nearpod Introduction to Literary Movements. Now, you may remember we were going to do that on Friday, but Thursday's picture day took a little bit longer than we thought, so we bumped that on over. On Wednesday, we're going to start with a new text. We're going to do our first read, and we're going to look at an overview of Puritan law and character. That's going to set us up for our Module 1 and give us the foundation beliefs of the people at that time period so we can understand who they are, what they did, and why they did those things. Next, we're going to review our annotation skills, and we're going to look at the assessment piece for that with Common Lit. On Friday, we're going to do a grade reflection because we have been in the class 3 full weeks already at this point. Then, of course, we're going to look at our quarter 1 independent reading activity. You want to make sure you have that book every day, but definitely on Fridays. This week, your tech tip is about Power School. It's a handy-dandy way of tracking your child's progress as they grow. I use it personally with my own child. I'm able to get an update anytime his teachers update the grades. It just pops up on my cell phone. You can also use a web interface if you do not have smartphone access. Next, ask your child about their progress in the quarter 1 independent reading project. This will be due September 30th, so there's plenty of time, but we want to make sure that we're continuing to progress so that we don't get to that last weekend and suddenly have a lot to do. Finally, the English fee is $10. Thank you so much to all of you who have given in your fee or sent classroom donations. By the end of the day Friday, there was an exact tie between first and third block. So we're going to extend that deadline to Tuesday. Sometimes we forget things on Monday, so we want to be fair. Tuesday will be the call in our class competition. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend as you look forward to seeing me again tomorrow and joining your friends in our classroom. If you need anything at all, please feel free to email me at stephanie.kirk@bluntk12.org. I'll respond as soon as possible. Have a wonderful weekend. Bless you, my children.